Oh my God, look at us. Look at our twinsy winsies.
Yay!
Look at these twin girls. Can you believe it?
Yay!
Hi.
Welcome.
1,000 welcomes. My name is Chris Fair and welcome to my YouTube channel. And tonight I have special guest with me,
Wah Himalino from Just Call Me Wah.
Yeah, honey. And we are here to give you a live reaction of tonight's episode of 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 3, Episode 8.
I just liked the video. Isn't that exciting?
You're the first one.
I'm the first like.
Yeah, honey. That means that she gave this video a thumbs up. As you know, or maybe in her mind, she sang a little song as she did so, and it went like this. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. I said thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. You guys, whatever. She's doing her own thing tonight, like she's up and down all over.
I'm sharing this on all of my social medias right now, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I want to do the same thing. I want to send a link to Twitter. Would be my ideal situation. Will you send me a link of this video to my messages so I can just quickly put it to Twitter? I love you so much. So let's talk about it. Tonight's a great episode, as this whole season has been great, and we're just going to go into what looks like also a killer another episode next week, especially involving Darcy, which we were like.
I mean, can we just talk about that preview?
Yeah,
real quick?
We can. We can go from. I like the live recap because we can go back to front because this is all over the place. Now, just so you know, if you're watching this is a live reaction, so we're going to be all over the place. Wah's here now. As you know, I will do a edited recap of this later on. Not of this edited. I will shoot a whole different video. It'll be funny and edited. So don't come in here and be like, "What is this? You guys talk too much. Why are you talking to people in the room?" We're going to get through this. We're going to talk to people in the room and you'll get an edited situation later. Anyway, Wah.
Mm-hmm.
Darcy, drunk at the end.
I mean, okay. Let's talk about the fact that she was just cigarette in her hand and then just this much of the ash. And she's like, I just feel like I'm not good enough for you. And I'm just like, girl, if there is a thing happening and we just here for it, it won't let me do what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
Oh, I see it. I'm going to link it in my channel. Live on YouTube channel. Link in bio.
Honey, we are trying to get people here and people to talk, so we're going to talk about this and then we'll, open it up. So as we go through this first talk and we just get this video out there and so it won't be annoying other people, if you do want to say something that's just imperative, you're I need to get this out now, you can send a super chat. No pressure. But that's if you feel the need to. That's on you. Now, if you want to support in a freeway, just like this video. And comment.
I thought you said you want to support on the freeway.
And if you want to, if you ever see me in the freeway, you want to support, just give me a little heads up and a little honk honk. So will you talk for 1 second?
Oh, okay. So if this were my live, I would say we're just going to continue talking about the show, starting with the first person. And that first person is Darcy, since we started talking about Darcy. So we have Tom and Darcy, and they've had a talk because we're fresh off of that awkward conversation by the riverside/bridge where Fabian proposed to Stacey, and I have to say that I think that Fabian is not cute.
I think he's cute. I think he's cute. I think he looks a little bit heroin addict, but I think in a Kate Moss 90s heroin chic way, I get it.
And then Tom and Darcy talk. Yeah, they just talk, and Tom basically says, I don't want to be here in the first place, and I especially don't want to be here when you're arguing with your sister.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, this is the best part of it. I actually think that it's Stacey. I think it's Darcy's fault that Stacey is doing the things. I think that Stacey is embarrassed at Darcy's behavior.
And so
she is reacting in a way that is not the best, but it's because Darcy's being so extra. Darcy's being like, yeah, we're here too and we like things. Oh, thank you so much, Colleen, for the super chat. Kristen's going to be right here.
Oh my Jesus Lord. Get some Australian wine, girls. Honey, we will. Thank you. That is very generous. Thank you so much. We'll get an Australian New World wine. Like a little red one or something. We'll see. Oh my God, Colleen, I'll post about it. Thank you so much. I personally, this is where we have a differing opinion, which we were excited to share with you. I love you so much, Colleen. I specifically think that Stacey is being a rude, snatchy sister bitch. And I feel like she's deliberately trying to make Darcy look needy, desperate, awkward, like jealous, envious. And like she knows that this is a show that Darcy's on, following her, right? She just met Tom. And I feel like she has no problems putting Darcy down or making Darcy look bad.
I think Darcy makes herself look bad. I think that she's already done it. The fact that Tom has had to tell her twice to stop trying to get him to propose. The fact that she is like, can we go do this and meet I want to show off my fiance to whatever. And the fact is that, they take her to this romantic place where, I mean, it's special to Stacey and Fabian or whatever his name is. And Darcy can't help but think about how she wishes Tom would propose to her in this spot. And then she's like, we all can't be blessed. And I'm just like, why is it that, I mean, I guess I just want Darcy to be stronger. And I want her to stop being as vulnerable when it comes to her desire to be in a relationship. I just feel like it's embarrassing. Like, I get it. I mean, I think how people, maybe that's why I'm single, because I'm not willing to like throw myself on the fucking barbecue pit for a man in order to feel validated. But I'm like, she's a strong woman within herself, and she's been comparing herself to Stacey to some, like Stacey. I mean, the fact that Stacey and Fabian showed up late, fuck them. I would have left after 15 minutes. But the fact that she's like, oh, of course you're all dolled up. Of course you got heels on. It's just like, it feels like it's tedious. You're the one who's bringing up all of this stuff. And then when your sister says, I don't feel like you feel, you're happy for me, she's like, well, let's not be negative. And I'm like, but you've been negative this entire time.
I think the true answer lies somewhere in between.
No, I think I'm right.
You're not right. I'm definitely right, but I'm going to say this to make her feel better.
I don't feel any kind of way. You don't need to say anything to make me feel better.
Okay. The true answer is
Darcy is like hurting my feelings as a woman. Like, I just want her to feel better about herself and to stop showing her insecurities.
That's all true. That's all real. Stacey's still a nightmare. And poking a bear, a sleeping bear, an insecure, green with envy, jealous bear. Yeah. Tiny in stilettos, over the knee boots bear. Yeah. Okay. And Stacey is knows what Darcy is. She's her twin sister. And so she knows her sister. And she knows her on the show with Tom. And she has been texting her the whole time. She probably Darcy said everything about Tom. The Airbnb has probably given Stacey a play-by-play. They have FaceTime. They talk on the FaceTime. So Stacey knows that she's insecure. So now she comes with her man and the film crew that follows her around. This is the second time they've been following her around, and all they do is me and my man, this guy, he's so great.
I don't see that at all. Stacey wasn't doing that at all. You guys, Fabian was just so chill, and so was Stacey. And it was Darcy, the one who was doing all that, trying to show how great her and Tom are. And then when things started to crack, when Tom started to get weird, and Stacey's trying to tell Darcy to relax, that's when Darcy tries to defend her lunatic behavior. And then the next day, or that evening, Tom calls her out on it, and she just starts to break down. She wants to blame Stacey so bad, as opposed to just saying, you're right, we do have a problem, and I'm sorry you had to witness it. It was more so she's like, maybe you should sit down and talk with your sister. She's not going to listen to me. She's just going to blame me. And then she tried to start crying, and Tom wasn't having any of it.
Yeah, he doesn't. That is kind of funny. Yeah, he doesn't have any of it. He's is a kindergarten teacher, and she's a petulant kindergartner, a belligerent kindergartner. He's like, no, Darcy, this is what happened. You took the toy. And Darcy's like, no shit, took it, you're right.
And he's just like, well, fucking fix it, put the toy back. So then she has a conversation with her sister, and she's trying to say how bad she felt about Tom, having an emotion about, their tit for tat. And then Stacey's just like, well, maybe he isn't the person for you, which is exactly Right. Tom is not the person for Darcy, but Darcy takes offense to that and is like, well, I want to be happy too. And she's like, great, I want you to be happy, but not with Tom. He clearly doesn't understand what's going on. And he clearly like has an issue because I'm sure Fabian felt the tit for tat too.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I don't know what conversation Fabian and Stacey had.
Or like if, like when Tom and Fabian, like
went outside to have their smoke talk.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like
I thought we were gonna see more of that.
We didn't. Maybe nothing that exciting happened. I mean, Tom is just such a gross like wuss anyway. When he like got sick in the car and then had to get out and throw up. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, people get car sick or whatever, but I'm just like, he gets on my nerves.
He is just always injured or upset or like physically in some discomfort in some way. And like, I don't know who makes me more dry down there, Timothy or
Tom. Timothy makes me more dry.
Really?
Yeah. Timothy has like a woman's body.
Yeah.
It's just,
but Timothy has more money.
Yeah, but like it's the body.
So listen,
I can't with the tattoo and the
So
body.
for the rest of your life, if you had to be with someone,
it would be Tom.
And
it would be Tom.
The lifestyle that they would afford you.
It would be Tom.
Wow.
I can't be with Timothy. He's like the smallest man, like thin arms. Tom at least is like, I can take a husky, like chubby person than like a little man. I just can't do it. But yeah, anyway, so they go
hard hitting questions in this live. You know what I'm saying?
They go somewhere else and into Albania. Tom gets sick and they have to pull over to let him throw up. And then Darcy tries to comfort him and he's like, can I get some space? And then this is when Stacey's bitchy. When she's like, yeah, Darcy, give him some space. And she gets upset at her sister. I mean, yeah, that was dicking of Stacey to do so.
Dicking?
Did I say that?
I don't know. Kind of. That's what it sounded like.
Digging is what I meant to say.
Digging.
Yeah. I mean, and then what else happened after that? That's it.
I just think that, like they have the twin breakfast meeting, where they like,
talk about Florian and the 3 years that they've been engaged.
Yes.
I think it's dumb that Darcy's judging Stacey for being engaged for 3 years.
But don't you feel like Stacey was judging her like for a long time before there was just like, well, he's this and you don't know about that. And I think that he just doesn't vibe with you. And like she was saying all this negative stuff that Darcy was just sitting there swallowing. And then after that, she takes all that and then she's like, the other question is, if your relationship's so perfect, really, because why haven't you, I don't know, gotten married yet? And she's like, well, we're taking things slow. She's like, oh, really? You're taking things slow? You got engaged the first time you fucking met, by the way, like, as we know. And I've been asking this question the entire time. So I was so excited when they finally said it.
Oh, I guess I just feel like, yes, you're right. But I think that Darcy's in a worse off position. Like, I think that the fact that Stacey and Fabian are like taking it slow makes sense to me. You can be engaged. I mean, I think it's weird when people are engaged, but there are people in the US who are engaged for that long and they live in the same town, so it makes the most sense that they're still getting to know each other. I think that Stacey has a kid or so. And so like, it would be a bigger deal for them to be engaged and get married so quickly. Like, I don't know if this is the first time Darcy is meeting him. He probably hasn't met any of her kids.
Right.
He hasn't been to the States yet. She's just gone to Albania every time. And it's like, I don't know, like let him feel it out. I think it's better than them rushing into marriage.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they after that pretty much went round out Darcy. They have a conversation, her and Tom, where it's revealed that he had, romantic plans in Gran Canaria, and that's not the plans that are happening here in Albania. And she just jumps from like point A to point wedding, where she's like, well, we had gone to Gran Canaria. Get married.
And he did not say that. He said, my parents got engaged in Gran Canaria, so it has a special thing in my heart.
That's what he wanted to do. I know what that means. That means if he was planning on getting engaged, just like his parents did, on a boat in Gran Canaria with champagne there.
And I took him to stupid Albania instead.
Because Stacey!
Yeah.
I would be married right there if it wasn't for my goddamn stupid, ugly fucking sister. I hate that bitch so much. I'd be married, you're engaged for another 10 years. That's a stupid bitch. I'd be in Gran Canaria, but I'm in Albania.
Yeah. I wanted to know what rings they bought at the flea market that Tom was so unimpressed with. Ugh.
Yeah, that was annoying because as a girl, I was like, I want to see all the stuff in this flea market.
I want to know, did you guys buy the sapphire? What happens?
Yeah, no, is there any gold for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I only like to wear gold. I'm not wearing any right now.
I'm wearing all of it.
So let's move on to, let's go to Avery.
Okay.
So, honey, Avery, I feel like, now I want to know this, and I don't know, Islamic tradition, but is it like how often, like how before does everyone have to get the Islamic court to rule? Is it like getting signed off like a marriage license that you can kind of have a ceremony and then just get the, the other thing like at another time? Is it that they have to get something specific because she doesn't speak Arabic? And also it also felt like the producers just kind of like made drama happen. Like, oh yeah, I signed all this paperwork. Like I don't see them. They just kind of like went up to one window and was like, knock knock, Habibi. We have to get married. We don't have the paperwork, Habibi. Can you like do this? And like the Habibi was like, and they were like, dude, it's dad, right?
No, we don't know what happened.
God, we differ so much. I mean, we like, okay. You
know why? It's because I think you're very American. And you're like, it just looked like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we don't know what it looked like.
Okay. I just feel like I'm very suspect. Like, I think like everything's a controversy when it comes to like the drama manufactured.
No, you're right. I think you're right with that. But in that situation, I just have no idea. And neither do you. Like, we just have no absolute idea. Like how, we have no idea.
Now, yeah, and here's another like side note to my personality that we've discussed is I often talk and will say something declarative in a way that just feels like, well, this is obviously what's happening. This is it.
Because she thinks she's psychic. She thinks she's clairvoyant.
And it's not that. No. I said I think that I'm intuitive.
Oh, okay.
And there I think that I somehow know something energetically, and I feel like I'm empathic in a way that I'm somewhat intuitive, like, and what were you saying that I was?
Clairvoyant.
Like, I don't exactly know what clairvoyant is. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I can like read like
no, clairvoyant is like,
do I
being able to like
maybe
glean the future?
I don't think I can glean the future. I think that I have a connection to the earth and the energy that I can understand people's stories and
Did you say you feel like you have a connection to the earth
and energy?
Chris, you are the furthest away from anybody who has a connection with the earth. Chris.
In my own way,
who goes to
I hike
an oxygen bar or whatever to get like IV infused like bubbles in your skin. I don't
know what you think that I get. What?
Don't you get some kind of oxygen IV?
No, I just get regular IVs. First of all, you can't put you can't get air in your veins. I die.
Okay, yes, you would. So what do you get?
I just get a normal IV sometimes.
Like not at the hospital. She goes to some kind of LA.
I got IV hydration therapy. People do it, people do it.
People do it in LA.
Okay,
fancy
that
ass
makes
people.
Me not into
that
the
makes
earth.
You not of the earth. That makes you like.
That makes me in tune with my body, honey.
Okay. Anywho. So I don't think that was going on. I don't know. Like maybe they did add the drama. I think you're correct with the drama adding. Maybe it was something where producers already knew what had to go down. And once they realized that there was an issue, maybe the producers ran ahead and was like, how can we get this to happen? And let's get them to the front of the line.
Yeah. I mean, now can we talk a little bit about her lips and cheekbones?
I mean, the girl is beautiful. I mean, she really is beautiful. I mean, she's what the Kardashians aim to be. She's actually like a natural, non-person of color with person of color features.
Yeah.
And like, it's like her mom has the same thing too.
I don't know what lip glosses she used. Like, do you guys see those Instagram ads? And have you seen it for the new Glossier like lip gloss? It's like red.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like it'd be a really good color, like, and sometimes I'm looking at her lips and I'm like, what is that? I feel like it's like really popping, like Lil Mama style.
I mean, and the truth is, it's just like Maybelline.
My lip gloss be cool. My lip gloss be popping.
And all the boys be jocking?
Yeah. Say my lip gloss is poppin', is poppin', is poppin'. You ain't frontin'. I be loving. You don't know this song?
I don't remember it. I feel like I'm saying that milkshake brings all the girls to the yard, and they're like, that's what is happening in my head right now.
I cannot twerk. Anyway, yeah. So
I mean, twerking happens down there, so
I was chair twerk. I tried to chair twerk.
Oh, okay.
Twerk. It's like a, you know, like, and that's really the only twerking I can do because I'm really not twerking. But I'm like giving you like all the like
giving you back.
Well, yeah, and I'm like, it's really I'm giving you shoulders to make you pretend I'm giving back, but I can't give back.
No, I'm like not. I'm saying you're not giving bottom back. You're giving actual back. Like
yeah.
That meme of that
back.
Yeah,
baby got
got no back.
No, it's like
baby all back.
Yeah, baby got all back.
Back down to knees.
Baby got back, and that is it. Like, you know, like baby got, you know. Oh yeah, all back. Right?
So
that's how, why did I make that sketch and then it has been night? It was just a great, easy sketch to make.
Baby got all back, and again, not lie. No brothers are looking at mine because I know button. I got
a square waist and a square butt in your face.
Hey. Okay. Avery.
Sorry.
Yeah. So she had to. Her mother's over there freaking out just because of like the Muslim everything, and she acts like there's no conservative Christians in America that treat women. Or not even religions, just like that treat women as second-class citizens. Like, it's just weird.
She definitely has some issues with not being the witness. Like, I don't know if maybe she really did feel like that was something she wanted to do. That's why she wanted to be at the wedding. Like, I don't know. I've never been married, so I don't know. I know witness happens, but like, I didn't think that was like a big deal. Like, but maybe it is like your godparent. Like, it's like some sort of like honor, you know, whoever was the witness. So she obviously finds out that in Muslim tradition, you either need one dude or two girls, and she's one girl. She's not a dude, so it's no go. So, and the sheik has to be Avery's representative
which is
now.
So weird
because Avery doesn't speak Arabic.
Oh, that's what happened.
So that's what they said.
I wasn't paying attention. I was like,
So it's like the words they used were like they gave him power of attorney, which I've never heard for a marriage before. I've only heard in like medical terms, like power of attorney. When someone's, you know, on death's door, God bless, or Hadama, they can't make decisions and someone makes those decisions for them. So those were the verbiage they used for this situation, which was the marriage ceremony. So the sheik, then Omar like held hands in an unromantic way. And they like...
I know, I felt just super romantic. I felt like Omar and the sheik were just looking at each other in their ojos and just having a moment.
In their ojos? Is that you just like getting another random
Listen, Spanish is a part of my life now. I've been fucking learning Spanish for the last 4 days. Things have been happening in my life. Okay. So they got married and they ended up telling the mom that she was going to eventually move back to Syria. She got very upset because the mom's like, what are you going to do? Just be a housewife in Syria? And she's like, it doesn't matter. I'm with Omar. And I'm just like, well, it doesn't matter. There's hummus. And I'm there. Not in Syria, though.
In Lebanon.
Yeah,
but like, you know,
it's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, I feel
she's
bad
moving
for
to a war.
Yeah.
She's moving to a war, a country that's in the middle of a civil war, which is fucking stupid. He needs to hurry up and be a pedontist or whatever he's going to be, and they need to move. Periodontist.
Okay.
It's something with the gums, I'm told.
Okay.
And he needs to hurry up and go to fucking Lebanon and work. Like, he needs to immigrate to Lebanon if that's even possible.
I felt so bad for Terry because also it sometimes feels when Terry like brings up things and she's like crying, like Avery's like,
yeah, mom, just get over it.
Do it. I'm just gonna. I know, like you're dumb, mom. I'm like, whatever, mom. You're gonna make it. You know, and you're just like, oh my god, you're so stupidly young. But if I was your mom, I'd just be like, slap, slap, slap. You're coming on with me, but like, you know, she should have done that before they got married.
I love that she's like
my computer.
I love that she's like, she's a grown ass woman. I'm like, she's in fact not a grown ass woman. And then she's like, you can't even go to the ATM by yourself. And I'm just like,
why can't you go to the ATM?
Well, I mean, she's gonna. I feel like the ATM. I learned how to do that so young. Like, just the parents who like did not want to get out of the car and made me go do it. So.
I was an only child, so.
So you didn't have to go in the ATM?
No, I did at an early age. That's how I knew how to use it.
So anyways, I think that's the end of them.
Right? Yeah, it is the end of them. Sorry, just pick another person. Also.
I just like, I wish them the best, but she just seems so silly. All right, the next boring couple is Tim and Jennifer.
Oh my goodness, honey.
Tim.
Okay, so they are on the road, and it's just Tim and Jennifer, and they're on the way to meet her dad.
Who is, a strapping caballero. You know what I'm saying? Her dad is a caballero.
It's a hot dad.
It's just because he was so masculine.
Yeah, and he's young.
Was he young?
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
He didn't, I wanted you guys, in the chat room, tell me how old you think Jennifer's dad is. Because honestly, I think that he's 47 to 52, somewhere in that range. 47 if he's just been out in the sun all day, a little baking, no SPF, he needs a little leather or whatever, which is fine with me. Or 52 if he's just super young. Plus, he probably had Jennifer when he was young. Anyway, the whole time I was just hi. He knows a man, just yes.
And I love how ready he was for the cameras. I love that he was did his little conversation with her, asked the boy if he wanted to spray down the fleas and castrate the bull. And I really liked the way he came out holding Violette.
Yeah.
Abuelo.
Oh my God, he was just I want to spend every Christmas at,
Yeah, he seems like just such a masculine provider. And they own a ranch. So
yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, just the freshest eggs in the morning, I'm here for the yellowest yolks. The yellowest yolks, so he has to do a bunch of shit around this ranch to prove that he's a man, And
he brings the fanciest boots to do them with. I was just
Darcy boots.
It was just yo, you don't have a pair of broken in? No, because all of his rugged looks are looks. It's everything about him is put on. Isn't it weird?
Yes, and because he's wearing a black wife beater, and it's his pale skin and his no arms,
It's just no arms, but then I
don't want to body shape him. I feel bad every time. I feel that's body shaming, isn't it? This is what it's hard making 2019 and making commentary because I don't want to body shape, but at the same time,
it's just not for me.
It's not for me, but also at the same time, I think that it would be healthy to get some strength. I would lean to say it that way. Exactly how I'm going to say it. It looks like it would be really healthy for you to think about adding some strength to your upper chest and bicep areas. If you want a little pectoral chest, since you do gym work we we and that was the opening scene is you doing some gym work. And I was just maybe add that to your routine.
Oh my gosh. He's just not for me.
Well, yeah, honey, he's not for her. Jennifer, she's well, I also do like the fact when she was teen, when she was he's not what he was before. I was what was he before?
Yeah, what was his text game like?
Yeah, what did he make you seem that he was so masked and big and tall?
He takes great pictures though. That's what I'm saying. He looks like he and he works with guns, so you would think that he's a cowboy a little bit. But then he actually goes to Colombia and meets a real cowboy.
Yeah.
And he pales in comparison.
I feel well, I was why did he bring some of his guns? I feel the dad would like the guns, but probably hard to travel with. But but then again, he is an arms specialist.
Yeah, maybe you should have some kind of license.
I mean, that's probably hot to be oh, you probably would love a beautiful ass brand new gun that's gorgeous and maybe Our Lady Guadalupe's on it or something I want that, So she asks her dad advice.
She calls him a P word again.
Oh, yeah.
It's she doesn't understand that word and how offensive
No,
it is.
I think she does. I think she knows that word. I think she knows exactly what that word means, and I think that she's using it to its full.
And then so he's a fucking sucker. He is a sucker.
No, I think that she's right, and every time that she says it, he confirms it by not doing anything.
Yeah, she's disrespectful to him, and he allows it to happen. So at this point, I'm just kind of it's his fault.
It's at this point a roll call, and he says present afterward by not saying anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It is P.U. Susie here, and he's present,
or he's
she's oh, I see you. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything. You're not gonna be like, no, there's no one in this class with that name. He's like, are you talking to me? I think you're talking to me. Oh, I hate when people call me that, but it's not true.
No, honey.
Ugh.
So whatever. He calls his friend, and
Missed that.
that's dumb. I don't even talk about that. This is the dumbass part. But
Then they have a date.
She like makes him eat some fig thing.
Yeah, and he's like, I can't figure out what kind of fruit this is. And she's like, it's a fruit. He's like, I know, I just can't figure out what kind of fruit. And she's like, it's a fruit.
Like you. Like you fruit.
It's made with the same stuff
like,
you're
made
of.
Sweet,
Azúcar.
soft inside, not manly insides.
Azúcar y like soft. Like pinos.
She's always posing, by the way. I love that too.
Yeah.
She's always just like,
and she like walks in. She's like, the cameras are here, and so I wish I could turn around and do a walk for you. Maybe I can. Let's turn the camera.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm gonna come in from this room.
Wait, you want me to turn the camera?
Turn it this way.
Okay. This is live camera work. This is where do you get this? Wait.
Oh my god.
Wait, not yet, honey. I'm gonna give you light. Go ahead. Yeah, strut.
Team. You may passing Nova.
Oh, my hot Miami style. Pretty young thing. Okay.
This is a fruta team. Like, it's just like, girl.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Can someone tell me how to tag people here when other people are tagging my name and highlighting it in red? Oh, you just put @ before their name, Mariah. The @ symbol. Okay.
Okay, honey boo. So whatever, they're at this thing, and then he
touches her hair a lot.
Oh yeah. So I hated this, like I need you to validate something for me. The way that he touched her hair irked me so much, which was yes. It was a grab. I can't. You know what you did? Yeah, no.
I know.
It's like Okay. First of all, she broke one of my pieces, and I need every strand. I'm just kidding with you.
Oh, did I?
Oh, I'm playing with you.
Oh, okay.
But he, I don't mind a dude like moving one thing out of the way. I'm not gonna.
I know.
But, like,
I'm having a black girl moment.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you don't know. Like, I'm not gonna really look at you. I like no, but like one little thing, and then like just like sweetness, But he would just like.
He's like, me gusta. Oh, she was so upset she rewounded it to watch it. And then, but, Jennifer said the kiss was good, and then they went home to Netflix and chill or whatever and get to second base. I don't know. Who cares about that?
Second base. Yeah. He's like, he's whatever. Did you love it when he was just like, I'm loving you a lot lately?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about it in my recap. Okay, so we're moving on to who do you want to do next? Do you care?
Nope.
Okay, Caesar. Because we have to get him done.
Yeah.
So it's like we don't want to end on him.
Yeah, nothing happened in Caesar's. Next.
Wait, I like my favorite part is whatever, just two things. Obviously he has a stupid dinner where he like had to go on a dinner for some reason that's like a bachelorette dinner, like he had like a date, you know what I'm saying? But it's like him in the middle of the day, and like what I don't understand is why he didn't invite.
Family walks up, hey Caesar,
yeah,
where's Maria?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm glad you guys were mic'd, and
yeah,
they were totally mic'd. Producers,
they got a free dinner for doing this, by the way, from the producers. Like, oh, let's give it a free dinner. Put it on our tab. You know?
They just like walked in, and you said she had a koozie.
Yeah, she had a bear koozie, and like they were both wearing green, different green shirts though. Like, why are they both wearing green shirts? Not even the same green shirt, just random green shirts. Like I mean, too many things were happening that just were out of left field.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, she didn't come. Her flight got canceled. It's like, okay. But the first scene with him is him sitting in the pool with his feet in there with some capri pants that he rolled up. And I'm just like, how did they get you to put your feet in this water with a full pair of pants on? Like, why weren't you at least in like some board shorts or something? Just so dumb.
Yeah.
These are my notes for Caesar. Caesar by the pool texting. Dinner, friends stop by. That's all I put.
stop by. And by the way, Friends is such a loser. You're really giving him a whole lot by that.
He texts Maria like a bunch of stuff, and he's upset that she hasn't responded. And I'm like, because. And he's like, now I got to save up my money to go there to see her. I'm like a stalker. She already told you it was over. You're going to get yourself deported or locked up in some kind of fucking Ukrainian jail for coming all the way over there and stalking this woman.
Yeah, you're absolutely
And he
right.
doesn't have her address. Like, I'm almost positive he doesn't. He must only have a P.O. box. So what is he going to do? Just like go to the town and just like hang out in the square hoping he sees somebody who fits her description?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb because as soon as she hears that there is a black man in the town,
she's going to be like, she's going to get her like thug cousins to like kill him. Oh, that's probably bad to say, but that's what I think would like to happen. I've already said I'm into it and would have. Okay, Benjamin. Benjamin wakes up, honey. He has to like, he'd do his morning routine, which is like using a bottle of water to like wash his face and like, like brush his teeth. He gets like an escort to church, 3 men on a bike,
Oh yeah, it was like that whole bike sandwich situation. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, right. Just, can you imagine just like so much man? If you're a dude, so much man in front of you, so much man in back of you. It's a human centipede of man.
I just feel like, I don't know how Fidel was sitting on that seat. I mean, just how was he on there? They're just men of substance sitting on a little ass motorcycle.
Yeah, like where are their dicks?
No, I mean, just like, there's just they're.
Oh, you mean like their actual like body?
Yeah, their
girth,
bodies,
yeah. I don't know why I went right there.
I mean, I know why, but like.
Okay, so, and he's on his way to church. So here's the good news.
He loves church.
Oh, that is okay. There's a lot of good news. There's a lot of bad news. Okay, some bad news. The bad news is Akini just like refused, like either Akini doesn't know the ways things work in her land, or she thinks it's personally, or she's very disorganized as a person, or she thinks it's totally amusing to just like spring what's going to happen next on him. Just being like, here's what you have to do next. I cannot do her accent or whatever, but like, it's like, it's like a
Benjamin
Disney
is going to meet the elders of my church. Benjamin, you have to meet the elders.
It's like,
and my father.
You know how a movie would be like an adventure, and that person has to keep going to like a magical place, and they have to like do something else, like another adventure, another mission to like get to the end part. It's
like Zelda.
Yeah, like Zelda or something like that. That's what he has to do. Like he keeps like having to like accomplish the next one, and he's not done yet. Just like, now you'll have to do this. So anyway, get all the elders on board, which then will get the dad on board. And then, by the way, the dad is like, well, obviously wouldn't come to the house, but he will see you if you go to church. And church is interesting.
It's African Baptist church. And it's like colonialism at its finest. It was really hard for me to watch these beautiful people in African attire screaming to a God that just got there, like a God that just became the God one generation ago.
For the people in that area.
Yeah.
See, it's, it's like, this is what's interesting to me. I don't know the passage of Christianity that way.
Oh.
In the sense of Christianity was started, for all intents and purposes, Jerusalem, I guess, or St. Petersburg or Jerusalem. There's like, Peter started on, oh God.
I don't know anything about it, but you're from a place where Christianity is like there, right? You're from like the Middle East, where it's like
Jesus was born in Nazareth, and I'm like Palestinian.
Yeah.
Which is so like Israel now.
Yeah. So like you for you, it's like, oh no, this is the thing. But for these people, they're minding their own business, praying to their own gods, and then the colonialists came and brought their religion with them. Now, I'm not saying that I feel any kind of way. Like I am saying I feel kind of way.
Just feel
what
like
I'm saying is like, if they're fine with it, they're fine. But from an outside perspective looking in, I'm just like,
it's like they're fine with it.
Yeah, they are fine with it. It just feels like colonialism. I can tell. That's it.
Well, he is bought into it, honey, because he's a preacher of the church, but it does feel like a Baptist version of an African church because he's but like he's like hellfire and brimstone kind of like, like he's preaching, like he is leading that congregation. He's turning them back in the gates of burning.
I mean, he wants Satan to get off of their back. You know what I'm saying? He's like, Satan, be behind. Victory shall be mine.
Yeah. So Then they finally sit down and have like the elders and the mom that has every face you'd want her to have throughout this.
This is the face. She has the face just like me.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And in church, she's sitting the exact same way. I can imagine her legs are wide open.
Wide open.
And she's just like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, I think she has like varicose veins and stuff like that, so her legs probably hurt her, and like she has to like sit in certain ways.
You just made that up again. Again, you just like decided you were just gonna make up this woman's life. I think she has varicose veins.
What do you guys think? Do you think that you can tell maybe she has a varicose vein problem?
Oh, the bride. So they decide that he's okay after they dig into his past and make him relive his divorce again and again.
Because he keeps saying Christ and stuff. He knows his audience, you know? Like, that is the one thing that she did is she found, like, some random white American dude, but she found one that knows the vibes, you know? And so he's like...
the Bieber.
Yeah, you know, and by vibes, I don't mean Bieber, you know? Like, but maybe he does know Justin Bieber, you know? Not personally, but I'm sure he knows a tune or two, you know? But at the same time, yeah, like, he... You know, answers the questions like, well, the reason why, you know, we're together is because Christ brought us thusly, and I followed, you know, the word of God.
And you know what else is the word of God? A bride price. You know, when Isaac came and when Abraham came, they brought gifts.
Yeah.
So you need to bring a gift too. Yeah.
Did you say how much they wanted? I was like,
no, but they said necklaces, expensive ones, and they said jewels, and they said gold. And so Akini also said that he needs to pay the bride price even if he goes broke doing it.
Yeah, but they didn't give a specific number.
Mm-mm.
So that's it? Like, all he has to do is just, like, go buy a bunch of, like, jewelry?
No, whatever they say. They haven't said it yet.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, let's go to Costco and buy a bunch of jewelry at Costco. It's like, come with, like, you know, like... Okay, so that's what's going to happen. We have Darcy. We've done Darcy. We haven't done Angela. I just want to make sure okay, we have Angela to do, and I think one more. Rebecca.
Oh, I hate Rebecca.
Okay, let's do Rebecca and then I do Angela last. Let's get Rebecca out of the way. Okay, she wants to know. Okay, so I feel like Rebecca starts this with like she's gonna finally get the results of the background check, which I don't know what kind of like duo this is. That it takes so long to do a background check. I'm pretty sure the internet it takes 15 seconds, like to $1.99 buy a report on People Search, like because all she looks at is like, well, this is his age, so that's his age, and he has no work history, and it's like it took her how long to find that out? So she calls Rebecca, and because Rebecca is like, you know, I need to find out his past, and it's like, yeah, A, because you have a past, and B, he's 25. Like what?
What past is he had? Like what? You want to find out what happened 6 years of his life?
Yeah, like it is what was he like in his late teens?
Yeah, like just like so. She to me is gross. Like I can't. Let me skip forward. I don't want to talk about her. You can talk about her. You can talk about blow by blow. Rebecca is gross. If Rebecca were a man and he were a 26-year-old girl, I would be judging the shit out of him. Like, it's one thing for her to try to get her groove back with somebody who's 10 years younger than her. I get it. 12, someone who's in their 30s. I get it. But she is a 47-year-old grandma, which she might be lying about. So she might be like 48, just because of the way that they talk about their ages on this thing. Like, she's a 48-year-old grandma who's dating a 26-year-old young man who could be her child. She is 20 years older than him. And I think that she's like, they're both not wasting each other's time, but like there's something about her and there's something about Laura and Aladdin. I was all for Laura at some point, and now I'm just kind of like, no, get that boy back to his mama, or at least get that boy back to somebody who is like his age, who he can have kids with. I don't know. There's just such a difference. Like, I feel like I'm okay with Michael and Angela because Michael's 30. He's in his 30s. And so at this point, he's making a choice as a grown man. The same thing with Sumit. Like, even though when Sumit and Jenny were talking, they were talking for 6 years, Jenny was in her 50s when she was talking to Sumit, which if I had met them then, I'd be like, again, you're gross. Like, these people are in their 20s. They don't know anything. Like, they don't. And I just think Rebecca's like, and she's going after her ex-husband who was 23 when she married him.
You're right.
You took a 23-year-old Moroccan boy from his mama, brought him to the US, and he cheated on you, obviously. because you're fucking 47 and can't offer him anything.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, here's what's gonna happen with
Jay and Ashley. It's like, I'm sorry, like even Ashley, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you think that Jay's not gonna cheat on you? Look at him, and he's 20, like he's not even.
He's
like
20.
You know, like
these men have their lives like ahead of them. I mean, not to say that I don't know what the difference is between 26 and 30. Don't ask me, but there's some kind of invisible barrier in my mind that like you got to give people in their 20s an opportunity to grow. And a 47-year-old woman is not going to give that person an opportunity to grow. He needs to make mistakes because she's going to expect him to be at a certain maturity level that he's not going to be at. And then he's going to want to tell her what to do. And she's going to be like, I'm fucking grown.
Yeah.
So this is
and
not...
I pay for you.
Yeah.
Like, especially when she's paying for him the whole time. She'd be like, you're not going to get money. Like, it's not going to go well.
Yeah, it's not going to go well. She's like, he's treating me better than anybody. And I'm so in love because he got a fucking bunch of fucking heart emojis. Like, oh my God.
She got a bunch of heart emojis.
Like,
wow, it's has steam coming out of her ears.
I'm pissed off. And like, and it's only because she's in her late 40s. Like,
she's like, know better. She better know better.
She should know better.
And she has grandkids, so what is she teaching them? What is a grand role model?
I don't know. I mean,
I
maybe I can't speak because I'm kind of talking to somebody who's in their 20s, but whatever.
Stiff.
I think it's different. We're in the same
so
culture.
I just want to say,
I don't like Rebecca.
Yeah, she's boring. I don't even have to say like, you know, like no one put like even.
I want you to love who I am. I want to tell you everything about me so that you can not judge me. He doesn't have enough life experience to not judge you.
Yeah,
like all he knows is his little Tunisian world, and his sister. Oh my God! Last episode, the sister was so bitchy to her.
Yeah, she was.
Oh,
like, she allowed it.
I'm gonna be your fourth husband. Oh, okay. It's funny to say XX. You failed marriages, and she's just sitting there taking it. She's a fool.
That you would just. She's just like, I got you a spice, and I'll just throw it in her face like Jennifer. Just get out of there.
Yeah,
I would break a vase. Just like I did this at your parents' house. I'm doing it now. Bang. You know, just like. You stupid. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, so last but not least, we saved the best for last. I'm not going to sing that song because I feel like we've done it a billion times.
Okay, I wasn't even thinking about it.
Okay. God damn it, why I said we're not going to sing that song?
Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. Just when I thought a chance had passed, we went and saved the best for last.
Angela. Oh wait, no.
Angela.
Yeah, that's what it is. Angela. Oh, no. Big like, yeah. No. Angie.
You just be Angela.
I can't do.
You just be Angela.
It's very hard for me to do any African
I'll be the man.
continent
I'm used to
accent.
being the man whenever I play dress up.
No. I'll be
boy.
Benjamin. You can be a Keenie. You just listen. If it's an Arabic accent. And any kind of Tunisian, I can do. You do a good Zayed too. That's like a weird accent though. It doesn't even sound Arabic. That's just.
What did he say? I work so much. I work. I work so much. I work. When she confronted him about how he doesn't have any job experience, and he's like, "I work so much. I work." It's like, no, you.
Oh, I took a picture of it. That's what happened.
You work at fucking smoking hookah.
I work so much work. No, I work so much work. No, like you see me like always working. So I'm working with the rings, you know, you see the rings I'm working with, and I'm like.
And then the next episode, he asks her for 500 denarii.
What do you think it's for?
I don't know, but I was very, warrior princess at that moment.
I was just like, she's like, what's it for? And he's like, it's for.
I wish a motherfucker would ask me for money.
And you ask him what it's for, and he says it's for something.
I'm like, I can't give you my money. I don't like people begging.
You did give him an effort some money.
Did I?
Anyway.
When did I give somebody money?
I'm being, it's not an effort.
No, but like when? Who?
I don't want to say because what the person's watching.
Oh, this person's not watching. Yeah, I did give that person money, but I'm not going to give them money anymore. And it was only $20. So
yeah. Okay. So we're moving on to Angela, and we've talked about that, and Angela and Michael, and she goes. So she calls Michael, and they finally sit down and have a convo. Her hair is still braided.
I love it.
You know, like
it's Angela. If okay, the way Angela was dressed and the way she looked, if you just swapped out her skin tone, she's a black lady.
Yes, she is.
She had on this entire thing with the matching earrings and this. She had the braids going back. She had a scrunchie in her hair. She's wearing like a loose outfit. Like her outfits this season have been good.
Yeah.
She like knew what to wear. She had no stupid capris. She had no boxy tops. She came looking Africa ready.
I low-key think she went to TJ Maxx and she got a Maxxinista like fashion stylist and was like, I'm going to Africa. You know, and they were like,
I need prints. I need colorful things. And they were like,
pants.
Okay.
I need like loose pants, comfortable pants. You know, like, but
so my legs don't cigarettes.
Yeah. It's like my titties can't show that much anymore.
Yeah, she's covered up.
In a way that's like barely a little more than she was, but enough for a difference.
You know
what?
Market difference. Yeah. Also, I love the fact that she's like speaking Swahili.
So the best part of Angela is like watching her interact with everyone, including his mom, right?
Yeah.
We can jump around and like we can go back or whatever. But like when Angela comes up, okay, well then I'll get to that point because I really want you here for that. Michael, I'm not ready to forgive you, but so they are, you know, they forget, like they reconcile. Can you believe it? Because well, obviously the show has to go on, you know. and but what I was happy about is that she said, "I'm sorry about the cake in his face." Yeah. Like I almost thought that she would never apologize for that. But she actually did. She was like, no one should be, you know, treating the one they love like that. And he was like, I deserved it, baby. You know, like, I really do have a horrible accent. So that's all it took, honey. They're back in that car, smiling ear to ear, like on their way to see his mom, you know. And then she sees the mom and she's just like, Mama, you know, she comes up. Michael's mom is so happy to see her. She says hello and how are you doing? You know, like she, like, you know, and is it Swahili?
Yeah.
Like
no, it's not Swahili. Swahili's Kenya.
Okay.
Not a blemish on the face. You know, a woman looks like she's in her 80s and just like bright-eyed and not a blemish. You know?
Yeah, her skin is oily, rich in moisture, like not oily, but rich in moisture. Like it's
hydrated.
Yeah, it's just, but in like a way that I've not seen a woman's skin in like that age in so long. And even like, I'm not saying like all like dark skinned ladies have like the hydration of that. Like it's specifically very hydrated.
Yeah.
And like
it's humid there or something.
Yeah, no, I feel like she has like one secret trick that she does. Like she just puts like cocoa butter on it.
Yeah, it must be something that she puts on it.
Yeah.
I mean, my skin was better in Guatemala.
Because of the humidity?
Yeah. My lips weren't dry. Like I would put chapstick on and then I would go like, oh, maybe I need more. And they would still be juicy. Like right now they're less and they're shiny now, but they're not as juicy as
I've
they
been
were.
staring at them a lot in this video.
Yeah. They were real juicy in Guatemala.
I want juicy lips. I want juicy lips like Avery. Yeah, girl. Okay, so this conversation with Michael's mom. So it turns from incredibly happy-go-lucky, joyous, warm, everyone's on the same page, and the same page is great.
Yeah.
To, you know, coming to minds, and the minds have some disagreements, which is about a baby. So I guess in their culture specifically, every person must have a child, maybe specifically men more, I guess, but every person must have a child to like carry on their lineage. So that's what Michael's mom is saying. Michael's mom has other kids. It isn't like her lineage is, there's no danger of that dying, you know, but she, I think maybe just feels like for Michael, like him, you know, like to have his DNA passed on is a big deal. And so Angela's like, well, we're going to try all the things we can. This is 2019. So there's a lot.
I'm like, Angela's not going to pay for any kind of fertility because she has to pay out of pocket. They charge women for fertility things because they make it seem like it's a choice for us. Like if you want to have a kid and you can't, and you need fertility help, then it's a choice. So there's no insurance that covers it.
Yeah.
So here's what it is. She says, I mean, there are women in Nigeria, obviously, and women all over the world who can't have kids naturally, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the mom was saying, well, when that happens, then the men are allowed to step out and have children with other women. And Angela's like, hell no, mama. You think I'm going to let? No. I thought it was so hilarious that she was just like, I'm going to nip this in the bud right now. And I'm going to pretend we're both grown. No.
Yes. Which is so and she loves Michael's mother. So she's like as lovely and warm as they are. She's just like also not afraid to be like, no.
Yeah. You gonna let that happen? Not. Absolutely not. And Michael's like, oh, it's written. And she's like, no,
I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not, but I'm absolutely just, like, do I look Nigerian? I'm not Nigerian.
Yeah.
If that's how you do it here, like, I'm not Nigerian, A, we won't be living here, B.
Yeah. And then she's like, in her confessionals, she's like, no.
I know.
No.
I'm not raising that baby. I didn't have fun making that baby.
Yeah.
I'm doing that baby.
Yeah.
I loved it. Hell no.
Yeah.
That's where she is like, yeah.
She's a black lady.
She's a black lady. I love her so much, like I really do.
Her and Darcy just make real good TV.
Yeah. Oh,
what did I put my notes for them? They make up at dinner. She sees Mama, baby doll. That's what I put it.
I might keep messing up my thing.
Notes. All right.
I love it how she says I'm gonna try to get someone else to tote it.
If you date a younger man, say you will never have a child with them. Hey, Quasi. Oh, hi, everybody. Oh.
Wait, what'd you think of the mom being
Soraya.
Let me ask you one question. What'd you think of the mom being like, he really loves you?
What mom?
Michael's mom.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Michael's mom was like, he really loves you to Angela during they were talking about the maybe. But that's all I have. So anyway. That's the end of us talking about this episode in this live recap that without talking to you guys. So now we're going to talk about the episode and live talk to you guys. So, and just so you know, obviously I will do an edited new video of a funny recap I do on this channel. And I'm also going to put up an emergency video about the other way, 90 Day the Other Way. I'm just getting all up to speed on everything so I can give you my official take on everything, including Sumit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I just, as a woman, would feel guilty if I were past my childbearing age to be with a man who is in his childbearing age.
Yeah. Because it's a huge.
I think that's what my problem is with Laura. I don't have a problem with Angela for some reason. She's entertaining the shit out of me. But with Laura, Angela, and Rebecca, I just feel like they're stunting these virile men and telling them you cannot have a child.
Yeah.
Because I'm out of that age.
Yeah, if you sacrifice that for me. But here's the thing. They have to understand that that's what they're doing.
No, you're right.
But I don't think they quite understand that,
I don't think they quite understand that because I don't think they at this point, especially all of these men are from a culture where if it's a man from the US and he says I don't want kids in his 20s, I'm more inclined to believe him just because of lifestyle here in the US and it's different here. There's a lot of different things, but for you're from a culture where people have kids, it's really hard to make the decision that you just don't want to have them.
Yes, absolutely. You don't know exactly but I mean, there are people that might know, I
not from Tunisia. They have to carry the family lineage. It's culture. It's not just a personal choice. There might be women who don't, but men don't have to carry the child. I think there are more likely women in Tunisia and the Middle East who know they don't want kids, but know they have to have at least one and just have one.
Right.
But I think that there might be men who do too, but I think that they would feel more pressure. And because they don't actually have to carry the child, and depending on their family structure, they may not actually really have to raise the child.
You're absolutely right.
The burden falls on the woman in a lot of cultures. I'm not saying this is indicative of only the Middle East. It's around the world and in the US too. But I think we have more examples of women and men who don't want kids and are okay with it. And we celebrate it here in the US when we have a bachelor who doesn't live in that bachelor life. I mean, once they get to a certain point, they're judged, but it's usually only in their late 30s. And then when they hit 50, nobody cares that they didn't have any kids. Yeah, it's like there's a pocket of time where men cannot have kids, and there's a pocket of time where they can, and people are like, well, how come you don't have any kids? You don't want any kids? And then after they hit another age, it's like, oh, okay, you didn't have any kids. Yeah.
Not any kids.
Yeah.
Not any kids. Maybe you can't have kids. Maybe we should stop asking,
Yeah.
By the way, if you haven't yet, would you mind liking this video?
Oh my God, there's 296 people and there's only 80 likes.
I don't know if that's true because sometimes my thing doesn't like update. Will you look at your phone?
It doesn't tell me.
Oh, okay.
It's not. You have to look at yours.
I love you all so much. So if you wouldn't mind just giving me a little helpy poos, it just helps my YouTube algorithm, which is, giving this video a little thumbs up, which is making sure you hit the thumbs up button and liking this video. That sometimes means if you're watching on a device, you might have to exit out of the chat. And
300 it says.
300, but it only gives me, well, now it's 99. Oh, okay, that is it.
The 300 watching though.
Yeah. Giving this video a little thumbs up. It really helps. I'm so sorry to ask, and it's annoying I get, but honestly.
There we go, 100.
It really does help me. And right now it's about 1/3 the people watching, liking. And by the way, you could also dislike this video. That actually is fine too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? I'm not asking only for likes. I guess what I'm asking is, tell me how you feel. Give me feedback. What you enjoy, and what you don't enjoy. I don't know. That just really helps me, and I really appreciate it.
Lisa wants the thumbs up song.
Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. Say thumbs, 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 thumbs it up, thumbs, 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 thumbs it up, thumbs, the thumbs, thumbs it up. I don't know if that was a good one. I was really just improvising that. That was kind of like a jazz remix is what I would really describe that one. And I would really describe it as not my best work.
Yeah. Sounded very
well.
Rude statement.
Oh, wow. I only like the original.
Okay, Lisa. Well,
thumbs it up.
Lisa says, girl, that's
thumbs it up. Thumbs it up.
Heather says, love these reviews, and I love it when I can actually get to see you live.
Yo,
thank you, Heather.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Mariah's in the house.
Oh, thank you, Heather. I'm so happy you're here. I can't wait to go back and read everyone's comments during this live.
Sandy, welcome. Hi, everybody that's in the room. We haven't been talking to. Anyways. Oh, thanks, so guys. Lisa, I just got back.
I wish I could just give Lisa my firstborn. She just got back.
I just got back. Well, I didn't just get back. I got back last Wednesday.
Yeah, but she just got back to my apartment.
Yeah, this is my first time back in LA. And it's good. I'm tired. I wake up every day at a dumb hour. Every day at 7, and it's dumb.
Yeah.
For no reason.
We can go soon. And soon mean now.
Wow, guess what? What's up, Lucy?
I can't wait. Haha, they don't speak Swahili in West Africa. Yoruba, I think. Yoruba. I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, as I said, when you said Swahili, I said, no, that's Kenya, which is
But East I asked Africa. I think we asked, what is it?
Oh, I don't know what they speak in Nigeria.
I can't wait until they give Darcy her own show. She's angling for it. Lucy, I got my pretty morning tea mug in the mail. It's so pretty. I took pics.
Thank you, Lucy. Thanks for getting a morning tea mug.
Oh, yay. I have mine.
Well, I loved watching your IG stories from your trip. Oh, thanks, Araya.
Yeah. They were really, really fun. So if you want to follow more of Wa on her IG and Twitter stories, you can at Just Call Me Wa.
I'm never on Twitter, but yes, definitely on IG.
Yeah, she's on the IG all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
A lot of dashes in that story, and I love you for it.
I love it.
And you can also subscribe to her YouTube channel here, obviously, if for any reason you're not, but I feel like you probably are. So you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I am at Chris L. Farah, and the L is for lard, which is pig fat, which is
what? I want a do-over. Not large. Lunatic. The L is for lunatic because my friend Chris Farah is a lunatic.
Okay, fine.
Lunatic. Lard.
I was just thinking of how yummy refried beans are.
Refried beans have lard in them?
The yummy kinds are. The yummy authentic kinds do.
Oh, shit.
You know that?
Mm-mm.
Think about how yummy they are.
I don't think I've ever had authentic refried beans then. Brains.
Breens. I
Refried
haven't had
beans.
authentic refried breens either. I'm afraid about it. Anyway,
Yeah, Guatemala was great, you guys.
I
So was Belize. My skin was real healthy, but now it's fighting me. I'm having skin fights.
Well, I think it's just like so many different environments, and your skin's like
Environs.
environment. Things like, what do we do, and how do we decipher all of them?
I've never had a pimple here. This is like where all of my large pores are. Interesting.
Chris L. Farah is my Twitter and Instagram, and the L is for large pores. Chris Large Pores Farah is, in fact, my middle name. Huge pores. So,
Chris, what? Dorothy! Dorothy's here. This is Dorothy.
Oh my God! Look how pretty.
Yeah.
Eee.
Dorothy's is so single-handedly the reason why I know how to do makeup.
Yes, yes. I wish I could make your picture real big.
Single-handedly.
Large pores. Well, for me, it's as oily as it would be large pores, Mickey. So, kind of. Okay, I feel bad that we have to go. We've been here for an hour, and we love you so much, and we really appreciate you guys here, and I know I do for your likes and stuff like that, and being around. So not stay, but keep an eye out for my edited recap. I'll be putting that up at some point, and I will be putting up an emergency the other way video. So if you have any comments you want about me making that video, because I haven't made it yet, where you're like, you have to mention this, or did you watch this, or something, because I am now crazily watching all the episodes, get at me. So the best ways to do that, I guess, would be like commenting on this video after I put it up, or going to Vanity Farah, which is my Facebook group on Facebook, and searching it, and then if you're not in, we'll accept you, and then leaving a comment there.
I have one thing to say.
One more
thing to say. It's the craziest thing that's happening to Chris right now. Is somebody has taken a picture of Chris when she was like 13 and made it their Instagram and then like followed her. I'm going to show it to you.
It is a little weird.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
It is weird.
It says under construction. Were you 13 here?
No, I think I'm like
12.
I might be like 13, 14, 15. I don't know, 13 to 15.
Yeah, like that is so weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to feel about it. It has 4 followers and it's following 32 people. And it has 3 posts, but it's private. What could those 3 posts be?
I'm afraid to look.
You'd have to follow them. Anyways, that's the update.
That person's like upset that that person said, it's like, how did you lose weight? I've already talked about how I lost weight. Right?
Yeah, it's weird.
You guys know that I have a full comprehensive, where I talked about it in a live, didn't I?
Yeah.
Hurts. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Anyway, we'll talk that
Talk later.
Anyway.
We'll walk that walk later.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm reading you guys. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. Anyway, look up for the next videos. Tell me what you want in the other way. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe in. Make art. And buy you and your friend matching house dresses. And you get your friend involved in YouTube so you can just pose next to it in your matching house dresses. Little shoulder.
Yep.
Oh my God! Last minute super chat.
Thank
Janine. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Really, she's like, that's how I got it. Look, Janine. Is that what it takes, guys? Just like boom, 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 boom. I just get like flagged immediately, like my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Your webcam girls, just like house dresses, like showing like shoulders for super chats.
It's like you're gonna get banned in like the Middle East for showing your shoulders.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
I mean, we're already bond.
Yeah, no, we're bond. Thank you so much, Janine. That's so sweet for that super chat. We really, really appreciate it. I love you guys all so much. Yeah. Anyway, we have to leave, but we love you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Booze.